targeted in that attack today. They both leave behind a family with children. We've been following this breaking story all day long.
And tonight is no different. We have team coverage. Action News reporters Michael Lepardi and Stacey Galandi are standing by live. But we begin tonight with Jennifer Kastner, who's in the middle of the breaking news right now. And Jen, what can you tell us?
Tricia, Metro is being very tight-lipped at this point in time, but a neighbor out here is telling us this is related to today's ambush attack on law enforcement. Let's cut to some of the video that we shot earlier. As SWAT arrived on scene, this neighbor detailed for us how the man and the woman suspected of the shooting, how they were a couple who lived right next door to her in the Oak Tree Apartments. She says they were extremely anti-authority and had often talked about wanting to murder law enforcement, also telling us they would even dress up as supervillains, the Joker, Slenderman, and Harley Quinn, and walk out to Fremont Street dressed up that way. Listen to more of what she had to say.
They were going to kill as many officers that they can, and they were going to do away with themselves. And because they actually told us they didn't believe in the government, the feds, or the cops, and they just wanted to get rid of as many as they can. So.
And did they tell you how they would plan to?
By shooting them. By shooting them.
Did they give you? Confirming this just yet, but that neighbor went on to say that yesterday the couple told her they were going, quote, underground in preparation for carrying out an attack today in which they would ultimately commit suicide. The scene out here has just started to clear, but it was very active a little while ago. We heard at least one loud flash bang go off and residents were evacuated, but it looks as though they can now go back home. Out here in the media staging area, officers are only saying that this is part of an ongoing investigation, and they will be briefing the media tomorrow at 10 o'clock at Metro headquarters. Reporting live tonight, Jennifer Kastner, Channel 13 Action News.
Did this resident that you spoke with at all tell you if she reported this to police or not, this alleged attack that they were planning?
You know, unfortunately, she told us she thought these people were just a little bit crazy, and she is now she has a lot of regret. She actually broke down in tears with us. She wished she had gone to law enforcement earlier to report all of this. Tricia.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. I bet she does have regret there. A source with Metro tells Action News they're afraid the group may attack them again. Because of that, every Metro officer is now working 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It is a rare move, but this is an all-hands-on-deck situation.
Officers were just having lunch when the suspects attacked from out of nowhere. Action News reporter Michael Lepardi continues our team coverage with more on exactly what happened. Michael.
John, investigators are expected to stay here at the scene of the Wal-Mart where this all ended well into the evening. There is plenty of this yellow crime scene tape all around the neighborhood, and much of this neighborhood remains blocked off at this hour. When it comes to this tragedy tonight, the big question is why? The chaotic shooting spree ended in this Wal-Mart on Nellis near Stewart, leaving 5 people dead.
A whole bunch of people start running towards the back, like the main exit or the emergency exit.
Emmanuel Flores was inside the store when he says he heard gunshots. Police say 2 suspects killed someone just inside the entrance.
It's pretty scary, you know, like I never really had this type of experience ever happen to me, you know, like especially inside a Walmart.
What ended here actually started a few feet away. Police say 2 suspects, a man and a woman, ambushed and killed 2 Metro police officers who were having lunch at a nearby pizzeria.
We have lost 2 officers with young families and a family of law enforcement who cares very, very much about them.
Sheriff Doug Gillespie identified the officers as 41-year-old Alyn Beck and 31-year-old Igor Soldo. He says both were patrol officers who are leaving behind wives and children.
What precipitated this event, we do not know. My officers were simply having lunch.
Police say the suspects then moved to the Wal-Mart. Officers entered through the front and back and got into a gunfight. The sheriff says the female suspect then shot the male suspect and then turned the gun on herself.
It's a tragic day. It's a very, very difficult day. But we still have a community to police, and we still have a community to protect.
Now a community is left searching for answers. And police have not yet released any identifying information about the person inside the Wal-Mart who was shot and killed. Meanwhile, much of Nellis remains closed down at this hour between Charleston and Stewart. That's the latest live from the east side. Michael Lepardi, Channel 13 Action News.
More about both of those officers who were killed today. Both Alyn Beck and Igor Soldo were based out of the Northeast Area Command. 41-year-old Beck leaves behind a wife and 3 children, and 31-year-old Soldo leaves behind a family including his wife and his baby.